The press and conference will start now. There will be no initial comment to make. So the floor is open for questions. Please raise your hand if you are called upon. Please proceed to the microphone. Kyodo Tsushin Katsurada-san. This is Katsurada speaking. I would like to know about the outcome of your visit to Ukraine. There's going to be a negotiation started on producing a bilateral document based on the G7 joint statement. What kind of areas are going to be pursued in that area?
Thank you. With regards to the visit to Ukraine, as a presidency holder of G7 foreign ministers meeting, to quickly bring a fair and lasting peace to Ukraine, I was able to have a direct and in-depth discussion with Ukraine and confirmed a collaboration. And also toward recovery and reconstruction, the resumption of the JICA's Ukraine office and the establishment of office to help promote Ukraine's economic recovery. Inclusive of that, there's a progress in increasing our readiness on Japan's side, and also we visit Ukraine with the private companies to confirm the collaboration toward recovery and reconstruction. They were the achievements. And also, in July, at the NATO summit meeting between G7 and Ukraine, there was an issuance of joint declaration on summit on the support for Ukraine. And based on that, we agree with President Zelensky to quickly start the negotiation of the bilateral negotiation on creation of the bilateral document. And with regards to the specifics of the bilateral document, we'll be basing on our support for Ukraine so far, and also on the efforts by Ukraine side for the reform. We will be making adjustment with Ukraine. In any case, as described in the G7 and Ukraine joint declaration, bilateral document is to be in compliance with legal and constitutional requirements of each country, so the contents will be in line with Japan's law and constitution. Next question from Yomiuri Shimbun, please. I'm Yoda from Yomiuri. I have a related question. So you met with the Prime Minister, and I believe that you made a report about this visit to Ukraine. What was the reaction from the Prime Minister? And also, on 13th, there's a plan about the cabinet reshuffling. Did you talk about that as well?
With regard to my visit into Ukraine, the outcome was reported to the Prime Minister. With regard to the response from the Prime Minister, I would like to refrain from commenting on the Prime Minister's response. And with regard to the cabinet reshuffle, there was another question. With regard to the personnel management, it is up to the Prime Minister, so I would like to refrain from answering a hypothetical question. Asahi Shimbun, Matsuyama-san. This is Matsuyama, related question. With regard to the personnel management, and you mentioned that you are going to refrain from commenting on that. Throughout 1 year, as the Prime Minister, I would like to know about the issues or the outcomes or the future tasks you would like to perform. This is a question relating to the personnel management. At this point in time, I'm in the position of a foreign minister, and therefore, it is better for me not to respond to such a question. Kawaguchi-san. This is Kawaguchi of Mainichi Shimbun. I would like to ask a question about Kim Jong-un's visit to Russia, and there will be a meeting with the President Putin. Now, the North Korean diplomacy is going to be initiated, which was suspended from COVID-19. I would like to have your comment on that. There is going to be the supply of nuclear weapons and as well as most advanced technology transfer from Russia. How do you see this kind of trend?
Thank you. With regards to the situation in relation to North Korea, including the point you just raised, Japan, on a daily basis, is collecting and analyzing information with great interest. And with regards to the detail and results of summit between Russia and North Korea, we're not in a position to respond or reply as a government, but the procurement of weapon and related material from North Korea is completely banned by the UN Security Council resolution, and inclusive of the potential violation of that resolution, we are monitoring the development with a concern. In any case, we will continue to collect and analyze related information, and we will closely continue to work with United States and Korea and international community members, inclusive of the issue of the compliance of the North Korea to the related UN resolutions. I also have a question with regards to the visit to Ukraine. Mr. Mikitani of the Rakuten also joined the visits to Ukraine, and there was a discussion over reconstruction. And can we assume that the shift is already on the reconstruction support?
As I mentioned already, reconstruction and rehabilitation should be promoted, and for that, the goal, we are going to put in place a domestic scheme or structure, and together with the private sector companies, I made a visit to Ukraine, and so that there's going to be further collaboration in this area between the two countries. The war continues, however, as based on including the meeting that we had on the other occasion, it is important to have a meeting and discussion on reconstruction and rehabilitation. With no more questions, I would like to close this press conference. Thank you.